is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Wednesday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios inside the bunker in an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey, and cross-continent in a different time zone in the Michael J. Fox studios. Next to the DeLorean, it's Scotty, a SiriusXM Liquid Metal, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. Happy Devils New Year to everybody. Not really.
Mm-hmm. Not really.
Yeah.
Meh.
A lot of referee and video play interference.
You don't say.
Yeah.
You don't say. Where have I heard this story before? And yeah, Happy New Year to everyone. I just got dog drooled all over my leg.
It's 2025 is not going off to a great start like I predicted back 4 years ago.
I know she hasn't been on. My sister sent me this picture. This is my. I don't think it's going to reflect. There she is. That's Willow the bulldog in her Grinch pajamas there from my sis. So yeah, she just laced a big layer of drool right down the old leg of the pants here. So looks like those are going back in the wash. Much like how this West Coast trip is going for the Devils. Not so good right now. 2 L's in a row, Sam Wu. I know I wasn't around last night. Thank you for covering things in the old Ducks game over there.
What were you doing?
But tonight,
were you with your celebrity friends on New Year's Eve? Is that what that was?
No. I was a hardworking man last night. Doing some wonderful broadcasts for the old Sirius XM. So, yeah, I apologize. I could, but it was just going to be later at night, and Sam Wu needs to go sleepy times.
Yeah, that's
so
pretty much this is how the podcast went.
Yeah.
The Devils lost. See you tomorrow. And then just shut it off. Pretty much.
Well, tonight wasn't much better. And, I mean, the real big story of the game is, as Sam Wu is leaving me here, is that no goal call. But at the same time, Devils lose 3-0. They get shut out again. I don't know. There's not really that much to go over except for that no goal call, I feel like.
That's the only thing we could talk about.
Because there really wasn't much. There wasn't much happening other than that. I don't know if you saw anything maybe on TV that I didn't see there at the game, which I got to thank my boy Michael for. Got his tickets. We were seated. I had no idea, like 2 sections over from Will Ferrell, who's a big Kings fan. If you don't know,
very nice. Your other celebrity friend. Okay.
Yeah. Well, they put him up on the big board. You know how we have like Danny DeVito and Kevin Smith and everything like that. Let's go Devil. They got Will Ferrell. But Will goes to a lot of the games. And it was just like, oh, damn. He's like 2 sections over. Okay. All right. And there he is. There's old Buddy the Elf. He was a happy camper because the Kings were winning. But Sam Wu, what in the holy hell happened on that goal called back? Because in the arena from where I was, I didn't get the greatest vantage point. Okay. And because I was like sitting and my row level was kind of like right where the top of the glass is. So when you're looking down the ice, sometimes it can get a little tricky. And we were behind the benches. So there's that extra layer there. So it was a little tricky to see. It was at the far end away from me. And from what I saw on the replay, Mr. Nason did not look like he did anything egregious. It looked like he got bumped into Kemper by the Kings defenseman, and it looked like it looked like he was able to get reset as the goaltender before the shot came through. So what was I missing, Sam Wu?
This is how I interpreted it, Scotty. On the replay, if I remember correctly, it was actually Kemper that had his glove on Nason, while Nason's behind was in front of the net like it should be. There was a little incidental contact caused by the LA Kings defenseman. It's very slight. It really did.
It didn't look like much.
No,
I should preface this as well. They only showed the replay one time at the arena, literally one time, and that was it. And I was just like, that was interference. But then the officials are taking forever. And as I texted you, I elbowed my buddy. I'm like, watch. That was so blatantly a non-interference call. You see how long they're taking? I'm like, watch this get reversed. And of course it did. So go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
Oh, it goes with my conspiracy theories. The longer that they took, the more Toronto or Gary Bettman's office is calling them to reverse the call. I honestly, this is how I interpret it. There was Nason in front of the crease. It was actually Kemper that had his glove on his behind. Don't know what that's about. And, got a little incidental contact from the LA Kings defenseman, which Nason very, very slightly backed into the goaltender. But
that was well before the shot.
I got to explain everything because
okay.
Because if that's where they got him on, there was enough time for Kemper to reset.
Reset,
yeah. And Nason at that point had made no contact, wasn't really in the crease, and Timo Meier scored a legitimate goal. I don't know what they were looking for, but that was not it's. We've seen worse. We've seen worse.
Much worse.
This, and again, it's video replay is supposed. This is how it's supposed to work. There should be conclusive evidence that there was goalie interference, and I mean conclusive. I mean 100% across the board. Even Devils fans would be like, "Yeah, that was goalie interference." But because I don't know why now suddenly video replay is like, okay, we're going to go to the optical illusion and then base our call on that. No, the call on the ice was it's a goal. You got to show me, the fans, and the people that are paying good money like Scotty in the stands, not one replay. You got to show what exactly happened.
I got comped. Sorry, I got comped. Just wanted.
Yeah, but you got comped is because you probably kissed somebody's ass to get those tickets. So that requires a little work too. So
no, just really good friend works there.
Scotty, shut up. I'm trying to cover you. Long story short, when they only show one replay at the arena, that means there's a cover-up. So I think, and again, I hate the explanation with what the referee gave. It's like, okay, you reversed it because of goalie interference. Well, tell me why it was goalie interference. Don't tell me it's goalie interference when no one knows what the hell that was.
I didn't see anything. Like I said, literally one replay in the arena because we were sitting there, me and my buddy, and he's he's pulling for the Kings, obviously, and out here in LA. And he's just like, as soon as it happened, he's just like, okay, yeah, that was a goal. And everyone around us in the section that wasn't Devils fans, and I saw a lot of Devils fans there tonight, which was very cool. But they all said it too. I was like, oh, okay. And then it just kept going on and on and on, and I was like, they're gonna overturn this. They're gonna try and find some sort of nitpicky thing that any way they possibly can. It just feels like recently.
Yeah, it seemed like the last maybe 10 games it's been like this, Scotty. You know, it's not because the Devils lost. It's I'm getting confused on video replay myself in all sports right now. Like, what the heck are you looking at?
I don't understand it. It's supposed to get it right. It obviously, I don't believe it did tonight. Now, in the long run, Devils still scored no goals, you know? So, tonight, this situation, little bit different than the previous game we were referencing with Carolina, because that was 2-2 into the third period when that happened. Now, this was, I believe, was this in the second or the end of the? This was in the second period. First was it was in the second period. So, you know, the Devils still have plenty. It could have cut the lead to the half, but Devils still had time to at least get a goal on the board. Like, even in the last 2 minutes of the game when they were down 3-0 after the empty netter, I was just like, with this team, I'm like, this isn't over yet. Now they just got a 4-minute double minor. I'm like, oh, they can totally pull this off, you know, and that's speaks a lot to the talent that's on this team right now. But just, I don't know, tonight and last night, you know, I don't know. Bummers. It's not the end of the world, everybody. So everyone calm down. It's okay. These things happen. Teams do lose 2 games in a row. So we still have a chance to rebound and make things a little better. Did you feel like they played really bad tonight, Sam Wu? Because it seemed to me like they were a little off, but they weren't really bad. Or oh man, what were they doing tonight? You know, I didn't get that. Maybe you saw something that I didn't.
I mean, I think LA is a good team. I'll give them that. I think the Devils.
Oh, they're definitely an up-and-coming team. 100%.
Yeah. Plus,
definitely a step up from the Ducks. That's for sure.
I mean, the Devils are coming off of a back-to-back, less than 24 hours. You add in the New Year's Eve angle, you add in the jet lag angle, the West Coast, and it's not like the Devils went from New Jersey to L.A. and Anaheim. No, they went from New Jersey to Carolina, second half of a back-to-back, right? And then fly cross-continent to play the Anaheim Ducks on New Year's Eve. And then on New Year's Day, less than 24 hours later, you're playing the Kings. We knew this was going to be a hard road trip, but whoever did this, again, we say this every year, whoever did the NHL scheduling really freaking hosed the Devils based on availability. I mean, come on. I mean, when I saw that,
100%.
You know, when back in July, when the schedule, when the schedule came out, then, I thought to myself that's going to be a tough stretch. You know, maybe you could get a win in Carolina, but I'm not too overly concerned. I think Sheldon Keefe has his, he has his, he's got control of this situation. He has tried to, I think after the last game, he was not too pleased how the team played. I thought they played better. I think just LA was just a better team and got the better bounces. I'm not going to knock on the Devils on anything. I thought Luke Hughes made some serious, like Norris Trophy type moves, like Cale Makar moves tonight with his skill and speed. I think Timo Meier, that goal is legitimate. I mean, just in the sporting world, I mean, I don't know if you saw Texas and Arizona State earlier today, Scotty, but there was, again, a video review of a hit, and it was so obvious it was helmet to helmet that it should have been a 15-yard penalty, which would have put Arizona State in probably scoring position with seconds left in the fourth quarter. And again, it's like another, I don't know what you're looking at, just like Toronto and the referees with that Timo Meier goal and nascent interference or lack thereof. I don't know what you're looking at. I'm confused. Nason's confused. I think in the post game press conference that he's like, I'm going to stop guessing now, because the inconsistency is so bad with the officials, and it's not just the officials; it's the video replay as well, which is a shocker, because now we're having video replay problems. We thought years ago that video replay will solve all problems. What's next? We're going to use AI to figure this thing out? I don't know. And more in the sports betting world, as leagues accept sports betting money, meaning advertising dollars, when you have these kind of things occur, I think the customers, meaning the fans, deserve an actual transparent explanation why the goal was called back. Not that the goal was called back because of interference, but why. We need to know about the why on all this. Because, honestly, hey, I think it's rigged. I think the fix is in. That's the way I'm thinking right now. Because I'm confused as anybody. And I'm not trying to be biased or whatever, but my eyes see that, okay, there was a little contact. It was it's not like the goalie, like, freaking flat on his back or anything. He had probably about a second to reset, but instead, he didn't reset because he was too busy. I don't know what he was doing, but he was kind of a sitting duck there, and he didn't do anything.
No, I don't think it was interference, but Devils got to go ahead and put one past Kemper as well, because even that one,
yeah. But you know what, Scotty? These
wouldn't have won the game.
Yeah, but when things are getting overturned like that, you lose a lot of momentum on your bench.
No, I know.
That's hard to recover from. I mean, the whole world right now in the past 10 games is against the New Jersey Devils for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe they don't fit the script of what the NHL wants. I don't know.
Well, we see. I see some people getting excited about the 3 in a row. It's okay. Mid-season slump. Yes, Pollock. It's okay. Selecta as well. Codex has got the hashtag don't panic. Brooke says they look deceased and was looking to call 911.
I don't think this is a slump, Scotty.
I think this is probably the only loss I was expecting. Devils have not won a game on a back-to-back this year, 0-6. Okay. A lot more back-to-back stuff, too. Bob Jenkins Jack was shut down. Yeah, okay. You could see how deflated they were. Cristiano video replay is causing more problems than it fixes, apparently.
No, it's not
I don't
video
know how-
replay. It's not video
It's the
replay.
officials.
It's the people
Yeah.
behind the video replay. You know,
Yeah,
that's
it's the
what's
officials.
causing the problems. You know what they should do? They should have me and Scotty sit behind and go to Toronto and view all these videos.
Yeah. The video's not getting it wrong. It's the officials looking at said video. So, yeah, we need to look at the official side of that video review. Either way, it's a tough way to begin a road trip after, a frustrating loss to the Carolina Hurricanes, where we were all upset with the officiating. Now you come out here, you play the Ducks. You lose by 1 after tying it up late. And now you get shut out by the Kings. And again, not going to make excuses, but yeah, the scheduling sucks. Playing on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, back-to-back, on a West Coast road trip. I don't know. The Devils have had an insane schedule to try to navigate this year so far.
Hey,
As you recall, Sam Wu, it was one of my Festivus grievances was the scheduling for this team.
Oh, I wouldn't know because on Festivus I was stuck at work, just like everybody else.
Wimpy, the shutouts are an issue. They are and they aren't because, again, what it says to me is, yeah, this team is hitting some jet lag somehow or another, on this trip. But also, we talked about this before. I think other teams, and the Kings are a team that's like the Devils like a year or two ago, probably like 2 years ago. And they use the Devils as a measuring stick. Like, this is a team that they are getting up to play against. It's like, do the Kings and the Devils have a massive rivalry? Do the Ducks and Devils have a massive rivalry? Yeah, sure, there's some things there with some cup finals and stuff, but it's not like a huge thing. But these teams, they get up to play for the Devils. Not play against the Devils. So, it doesn't shock me that the Kings had a really good game. And the Kings are a good team. They're up and coming, too. They got a lot of good stars on there.
Yeah, they weren't that bad.
The officials suck.
Why are they so bad?
And I don't know. But the Devils still have a chance to salvage what they can of this road trip. And they play San Jose, a team that they should beat. They get a little time off, right? Were they back on Monday or Tuesday? I can't remember.
I think it's.
Is it?
I'll be honest with you. I haven't been paying attention to the schedule.
Jeez,
I take it day by day. Right.
It's
now.
Wednesday. I'm sorry. What am I thinking? I'm thinking today's the weekend. It's Saturday, so they got a couple days off here. Thursday, Friday to relax. I believe it's a Saturday afternoon game. Yes, it's 1 p.m. for me, so 4 p.m. on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So they get a day or two to relax and try to get their wits about them and come back strong against the San Jose Sharks, who we know, that the Devils should beat them. We'll say hi to some old friends, old Fabies, Zetterlin, Zetz, Tyler Toffoli, a couple others. No more Mackenzie Blackwood. See you later, bud. But this is a team where they can rebound nicely from. But they got to go out there and play the game. And I got a lot of confidence in Mr. Sheldon Keefe Richards that he's going to have them up and ready to go.
Agreed, Scotty. I think, it's one of those challenges that they're going through. I don't think it's a slump. I really don't think it's a slump because they should have won the game in Carolina. but the refs took that away from them.
Fair enough.
And against the Ducks, that's the game they should have had. But that one, that's on the players. But tonight, again, officiating. It's a combination of officiating and the players, maybe. And it's frustrating. Like, if we're gonna lose, Scotty, we should lose fair and square. Like, right now, it's like I'm sitting here just replaying that whole thing. I mean, how many times in years past we saw Marty Brodeur or Corey Schneider or any Devils goaltender that get just rocked, and the puck goes in and there are no calls, and the other team scores. It's just the inconsistency is just so bad with this officiating and video replay. It's like, how do you get video replay? Like, I want an explanation on why it was so conclusive for them to overturn a call on the ice.
Well, we should see. Apparently, the NHL PR tweet on it is not a very good explanation of it. That's what Art Heaton is telling us, and Selecta.
Oh, as well. I got to read this stuff.
So, oh boy, boy.
I'm gonna read this.
And don't worry, Brooke. We still got. It's not a slump yet. It's just, teams sometimes have tough road trips. Like I said, they have a chance to salvage this though, with San Jose and Seattle before heading back east. So, if it continues into that homestand, then maybe we can start calling it a slump. Right now, it's just a tough road trip that they haven't gotten some good breaks on. And these things happen. So no cause for concern just yet, aside from the officiating.
All right.
But, oh boy.
All right,
oh
so
boy.
I'm going to read this press release.
Oh, Lordy. Art Heaton, you owe me, buddy. You owe me. Pollock, you owe me for the other conspiracy, and Art Heaton, you now owe me for this conspiracy coming out of Sam Wu. Here we go.
Rule 69.3. Okay. If an attacking player initiates contact with a goalkeeper, but he was pushed into, but whatever.
Yeah. Right.
Incidental or otherwise, while the goalkeeper is in the goal crease, but Kemper had his glove on his ass. But that's another story for another day. And the goal is scored, the goal will be disallowed. Now, don't you remember when I was yelling about the rule book, how it's written by a bunch of lawyers? And this is just they're making again. It's subjective here. Everything is subjective here.
Exactly, Brooke. He didn't initiate the contact, and that's where it should start and stop right there.
Yeah,
because the contact was because he was pushed into the goaltender by the Kings defenseman. So right then and there, all this is null and void because he did not initiate the contact.
Plus, Kemper had his glove on Nason's ass on that play. He actually initiated that contact.
Yeah, besides even that, he was pushed into him by one of the Kings defensemen. Yeah. And he didn't try to just stand in the crease he tried to exit and get out of that area. So we got old Yellard.
I mean, okay, I give the NHL at least some credit for trying to be transparent, but it's it's so vaguely written. Then again, I want to know the why. Why or where? Where was the attacking player initiating contact? What's Nason supposed to do? in that situation.
Yep. Yeah. It's crap. I don't know what else to say about it. It's
but you know what's going to be, and hey, we should timestamp this but you know the same exact thing is going to happen, but it's going to be against the Devils the other way next game, but they're going to call it a good goal. You just watch.
We shall see. I hope not. I hope the Devils are not down there on the trail of being shut out against the Sharks. So again, a couple days off. We'll see them rest up, get back to speed, and expecting a victory in San Jose come this Saturday. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Sam. Well, let's wrap this bad boy up over here.
Sorry, I'm just reading the troll in the whatchamacallit.
No, didn't we?
I'm putting that user in 24 hours of timeout. I'm done with these trolls because we live rent free in their heads. These Canes fans. You know, they get all cocky after, paying off the refs and getting their way the other night. But anyway.
Well, we'll be back on Saturday to do this all over again. Hopefully without some of the terrible officiating that has been going on in the past few games here. Actually, even more than that for our New Jersey Devils. Let's hope for a clean officiating game on Saturday up in San Jose against the lowly Sharks.
Also, do you know who else I want to call out? Why we're losing?
Who's that?
But our listeners, they haven't been giving us super chats the last two game day lives. No super chats equals. Anyway, sorry, I was just trying to make a joke there.
All right. Well, let's wrap this bad boy up. Everyone, happy New Year to you. Obviously, it didn't turn out the way we wanted, double style, but still, happy New Year to everybody. And Saturday, start a winning streak.
Yeah.
Over here.
Keep it positive, folks. Keep it positive. Watch out for the State of the Fan address and At the Point tomorrow, Friday, whenever. Maybe a Woo Report snuck in there. But Game Day Live in Devils After Dark on Saturday. We'll be back. Till next time, let's go.